Hi, my name is Vicki Hefner, and I'm the Education Curator at the BerksHistory Center. This lovely portrait is of Daniel Rose. Daniel Rose was a tall case clockmaker, but as you study the portrait, you'll also notice there's a number of instruments. And people 200 or more years ago liked to give hints for people of today as to what they did for a living or what their hobbies were. And Daniel Rose wanted to make sure that today we would know he's a musician. He was a very fine musician. In fact, he played close to 24 different instruments. You'll also notice he's a bit of a dandy with the costuming that he's wearing, the clothes. I love the beautiful buttons throughout his wardrobe, and those were most certainly made by his friend William Manderbach, the silversmith that we saw in an earlier post. Daniel Rose was probably the most well-known tall case clockmaker. And what tall case clockmakers did is they often signed the faces of the clock. In fact, this clock right here has Daniel Rose's name on the face. Tall case clockmakers did not make the beautiful woodwork that you see. So there were two people responsible for making the clocks. The clockmaker who did the mechanisms, and then the cabinet maker who did the woodwork. Most times we don't know who the cabinet maker was. Recently we uncovered in our collection, rolled up, was this portrait of this beautiful woman. And it was Lisa Minardi who did some research, and she believes that this portrait is one of Daniel Rose's daughters. And again, this is another example of people during the day giving hints to future generations as to who they are. And it is quite possible that if she wasn't holding that rose, we wouldn't know today that she is one of Daniel Rose's daughters. Possibly Mary or Margaret Rose.